And it's your boy LaTruth with the beautiful Alicia Calza.
What's up?
We had to give y'all this little video about relationships and why do men and women cheat and who do it better. Who you think do it better? Who the best at it without getting caught?
Well, I've never cheated before, but definitely women. And here's why. Women, we are more intelligent beings. We think long term. Men are very spur of the moment. They think with their thing. They think spur of the moment versus us. We are very logical. We think long term. We think realistically. And we just think. And because of that, if we ever made an attempt to do something as cheating, of course we'd get away with it because we are better thinkers.
Yeah, they plan ahead.
Something
that we don't do, like.
And about planning ahead, it's just about thinking.
Y'all already know your next move. You know what we're gonna ask you, so you already know how to answer the questions.
That's more or less to you speaking of like if somebody cheated and trying to get away with it. We're talking about the actual act of cheating. That's not premeditated. Sometimes it's not always premeditated. Even with men, it's like you see something you like, she flirting with you, things just kind of transpire and bam, it happened. Women, in that moment, we're gonna be thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to tell him, I'm gonna have to talk about this, I'm gonna have to feel some way about myself, and no.
Well, see, you obviously can't relate to what I'm talking about as far as you never cheated on nobody. So the thing I've noticed, like say a man and woman, they live together, and the man cheats, he comes home, of course both people are gonna take a shower, and that usually is gonna raise suspicion anyway. But with a man, sometimes we won't be into having sex with our lady because we feel like we've already did that, so we ain't really got the motion to want to do that. But with a woman, they can cheat and come back home and be with their man as if nothing ever happened. I've noticed that, but I mean, you never cheated, so.
Yeah, I definitely can't necessarily relate to that, but I'm anxious to know or hear or connect with women who have. That's interesting. That's an interesting scenario, but I think too emotionally, because women are emotional beings. If ever there's a time that emotion has to be conveyed, whether it's fake emotion, whether it's real emotion, of course women do it better. We are intellectual and we're very emotional, so I can see how that could be very relevant.
And can a woman be in love with her man and cheat? Because I know men, we can be in love with a woman and still cheat.
I think that women can, but again, with women being in love, it's to me one of those things where it's not just the feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm just totally over or just overly infatuated with you, but I think it's that feeling of he's doing everything he needs to be doing, or he's actively seeking or actively trying to date you. So I've seen cases where, women love the man with all her heart, she'll do anything for him, but he's not actively putting forth the effort to date her, to be with her, to find out what she likes, to figure out what makes her smile, to figure out who she is, because we're always evolving. So I think that a woman can absolutely cheat and be in love, because if he's not in love, if he's not actively pursuing her, what's the point?
What if he's actively pursuing her though? Because I know with a man, she can be actively pursuing him and he can still cheat. So it's just a different scenario with us men. And it's not all men. I'm not gonna put everybody in the same box, because like myself, if I'm in a relationship, I'm totally faithful, so I believe in loyalty over everything. But I do know that there's people out there that they cheat regardless.
Well, I think that if a woman is being pursued, if a man is pursuing a woman, you can never say never. You can never say that nobody will ever cheat if she's being pursued. But I believe that when people are being pursued and when people are connecting, they're a little bit more in tune. So with being more in tune comes that feeling of guilt that he might feel, or conviction that he might feel when it comes to cheating or when it comes to being unfaithful. Like, okay, now I'm connected to her because I'm actively pursuing her, so I'm tapping into her heart, I'm tapping into her mind, I'm tapping into her spirit. So now anything that I do outside of this connection, it meddles with me because I am actively seeking her. So I think that if of course anything is possible, but I think the chances are slimmer when people are connected and when people are pursuing each other.
Right. And for y'all this viewing, like, is sex the main reason people cheat? Just to see what it's like with another person, or is it something that they're missing in their own relationship?
And I personally think sex is probably, for men, I think for men, sex is the reason.
Definitely.
But for women, for women, for a lot of women, I'm not going to speak for all women, but for a lot of women as being emotional beings, I even speak for myself, sex is not an everyday thing that I take sex seriously. I am that person where I believe sex was created for marriage for a reason. It's not because, God was a butthole, but it's just so much that comes with sex. It's like, I'm giving you my soul, I'm giving you my heart, I'm giving you my body. Like, I love my body.
Right.
And I take care of it, and I work hard to get my body, so it's like, I'm not just going to give you my body. I'm not just going to give it away to somebody else, just that, like not a random person. So I think for women, if they get to a point where they're just cheating, it has to be something lacking emotionally, that spiritual disconnect, that mental disconnect, that disconnect all around. I don't think it has anything to do with sex per se. I don't even think sex is that pleasurable for a whole bunch of women.
Right.
For them to just go out and just cheat like that. Not in a way that a man receives pleasure from.
It depends. Some are more into it than...
Some, yeah. Like I said, I ain't speaking for all of them, but for most.
Got some cold freaks out there.
Speaking from experience, huh?
Yeah. Way
funny.
more freaky than me. So,
But
gotta be.
what y'all think? Comment, share your thoughts. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us.
And if we wrong, say we wrong.
True. But everybody has a different outlook, different perspective based on your experiences, based on your situation, based on your relationship. So I don't think there's a right or wrong, but we're anxious to hear what you have to say. Deuces.